Holy smokes. We only have 2 weeks left in my 90 Days to Homeowner Challenge. This is week 12 out of 13. You are almost there. If you've been following along with this challenge since week 1, way to go. And this week we are going to be talking about everything closings. Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Dorcey and I'm a real estate agent with Gables and Gates Realty out in Loveland, Colorado. Today I've compiled a short Q&A so that you can roll up to that closing table like a homeowner boss. First question, who's going to be there? Well, you, the buyer, are going to be there. The sellers are going to be there. Each party's representative agent is going to be there. So me and the other listing agent. You're going to have a mortgage lender that's going to show up and a title rep that's going to show up. In some states, there also will be a real estate attorney there. I know New York always will have an attorney. Colorado doesn't necessarily have an attorney there present every time. Second question, what am I doing? Second question, what will I do? Stretch those fingers, friends, because you are going to be signing. The sellers are going to be signing ownership over to you, and you are going to be signing in order to receive possession. It's a lot of documents. Now with the pandemic, people have moved over to electronic signatures, so a lot of things are getting signed electronically. So you might not have a ton of stuff to sign if you've already signed stuff electronically. Second question, what am I doing? Stretch those fingers, friends, because you are going to be signing. The sellers are going to be signing ownership over to you, and you are going to be signing in order to receive possession. It's a lot of documents. Now with the pandemic, people have moved over to electronic signatures, so a lot of things are getting signed electronically. So you might not have a ton of stuff to sign if you've already signed stuff electronically. Last question for today, what should I bring? Your ID. I've heard of horror stories where buyers have forgotten their ID and have had to run back home in order to get it, find it, and bring it back. So make sure that you always have a valid ID. Just double check that expiration date as well to make sure that you are fully ready to sign for things because they have to verify your identity. Next, you also need to bring a cashier's check to pay for any closing costs. Some closings now are accepting wires. I know the one that I have coming up this week, we are doing wire. So they will have you sign a wire fraud disclosure, and that will be very easy to do. You can do that while you're sitting there at the closing table. The closing process is relatively simple, but be prepared for a ton of paperwork. And remember, if you have any questions at all with what you are signing, ask right then and there. There will be a person in that room that knows 100% the answer to that question. And the good news is, once you've signed that last page, it's time for the keys. You are officially a homeowner. Next week in our challenge, we're going to be recapping our journey and celebrating everything that you've learned throughout these last 13 weeks. I'm so stoked. You guys have learned a ton, I hope. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email, text, give me a phone call, DM me on my social medias, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can. See you next week for week 13, our final week in the Homeowner Challenge.